In today's video, we'll go through the best way to play when you have 50 euros onto your account. And yeah, that's a low budget on Sorare. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money, but on Sorare you're considered a low budget player. So yeah, let's jump right into it. And starting off, I will personally play Cap 240 and the kickoff divisions. And I think that if you have put into some money into your account, you probably know what I'm talking about. That's the old semi-pro divisions, where you put one limited Premier League, Serie A, top 6 leagues cards, and 4 commons. And that's one of the best tournaments in my opinion if you're starting to play Sorare seriously. And also the Cap 240 division. So yeah, I have found some players that I would personally purchase if I started playing Sorare today with 50 euros or $50, of course. Depends on what kind of currency you're using. Starting off, we have the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper you're of course going to use in the Cap 240 division. And I would probably go for a full Coventry stack because they haven't been doing too well recently. We can go to their last, or we can go to the table. They are number 20th. They have underperformed big time so far this season. And yeah, let me just go through the players. I would personally buy from the collection. Of course, you can do whatever you want. But starting off, we have, Ben Wilson. Ben Wilson is a goalkeeper that isn't actually so bad that the L15 score says. But as I said, Coventry has been in a very bad place recently, and it will be better very soon. We have Kyle McFadden to link up with Ben Wilson. In midfield we have Ben Sheaf and Jay Da Silva. And I think almost every single one of these players are very, very nailed. And the only player that is nailed is Haji Wright. And he has scored 2 goals in his last game, and he's just a pretty good player in my opinion. He has a very long contract, and I think he is at Coventry to stay. Yeah, Jay Da Silva, I really like him. He is a nail starter and can get some good scores. Ben Sheaf is a very, very good player, and you are probably going to captain him almost every single week. And these are going to be your 5 players. And moving on, when you have bought those players, I would personally use the rest of the budget to play the semi-pro divisions. So here we have 4 very good players in my opinion to just play Cap 240. And also, if you want, you can buy them from the auction market to get more experience from the collection bonus. So that's also an option for you. But moving on to the kickoff, we have in La Liga we have Di Marcos, which I think is a very good option. Currently he's not doing too great. He's doing okay, but he's currently losing 2-1 to Celta Vigo, and he is getting a score of 32. That isn't actually so bad considering they have conceded 2 goals. But yeah, not the best there. But he's in general just a very, very good scorer. So yeah, $5 for him, very, very fair. And all of these players I'm mentioning now is a sum of about a little under 50 euros, I think. So keep that in mind. The prices may go up or down. But yeah, most of these players are very fair in my opinion. Moving on, we have Luca Caldirola, and I also have him on the 25 euros to glory. I think he's just very good. Yeah, he's in general just a very good scorer for your Serie A kickoff team. Very nice indeed here. Moving on, we have the most expensive player, and that's because the Premier League players are much more expensive than they used to be because of the new winter tournament, but also because Premier League players are overhyped. So that's why I would go for a very expensive one, because if you win something good in the kickoff division in the Premier League, you will probably earn more than you would in the other divisions. So Fabian Schär, very good player, that also have some okay fixtures, you could say. After the international break, he has Chelsea, Manchester United, Everton away, but after Tottenham he has very good fixtures, so this is a bit for the long term as well. But yeah, there are a lot of other options than Fabian Schär, but like, look at his scores, he's just so consistent, and he's also consistent against tough opponents, which is very nice. And he also have some international utility for Switzerland, which is also nice. Yeah, very good player. Moving on, we have Edimilson Fernandes, that I would personally have in your Bundesliga kickoff team. Yeah, in general, very good player here. Getting some very nice AA scores recently, AA scores. But yeah, another very good player, and I'm just going through examples. Like, especially with the kickoff players, you should do your own research. But this is just what I would have personally done. When I look back at it now, Fabian Schär is probably a little bit overpriced at the moment, just because he has some tough fixture at the start. But for example, another very good player, it's Diogo Dalot, or actually Wan-Bissaka. This is such a no-brainer for me. I think actually I will change my mind on this video, because Wan-Bissaka is currently back from injury, and conceding 4 goals against Copenhagen, but still getting a 65 score. Like, that's insane. And also against Fulham, very nice score. He's just very, very good, and one of the best players at Manchester United at the moment. And Manchester United has actually some pretty good upcoming features. So I would change Fabian Schär to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'm sorry if that's confusing for some of you guys, but don't get me wrong, Fabian Schär is also a very good option, but I think he's a little bit too expensive. But a very good option, so you can go for both, or do whatever you want. Moving on, we have Edimilson Fernandes, as I mentioned earlier. In general, just a very good scorer. Don't have too much to say on him. He can be rotated here and there, but yeah, we of course have Play Sharper for a reason. We have the last player, which is Muntasar Talbi. And yeah, another player that is very good when it comes to AA scores. When Lorient keeps a clean sheet, he almost every single time gets a 60+. And also when Lorient concedes his team, he still can do pretty well, which you love to see. And yeah, in general, I think this is going to be it for today's video. A bit short video. I haven't had too much time to choose these players, but if I would have had those money right now, and some of you asked me, you need to build a team for 50 euros, this is the players I would have probably chosen. I'm a bit close between Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Fabian Schär, but I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a bit better because he's cheaper, and also because you have the extra budget after you have bought all of these players, just in case if someone gets injured and you need to replace them. And I really like to have someone in the bank, especially if you're on a low budget. So yeah, my name has been Sorare, and I will of course see you in the next one. Bye bye and take care. Peace.